Okay, hello and welcome to another video. In this one, well, in a few videos actually, I'm going to be looking at some old consoles that I had in storage. And I've just basically recently got them back to where I'm living, and I just wanted to go through them, see if they work, and I wanted to share that with you. So I'm rediscovering some of the old stuff. The first thing that I've got today, well, the first thing that I've got in these videos is one of these. This is a Commodore Amiga A500. Now, you know the Commodore 64s that I've been repairing. This came a lot later. This was actually my first real home computer that I got to do actual work on. Before this, I did have an Amstrad CPC 464 and a Commodore 64, but those were mostly used to play games on. This is the first thing that I ever got that was intended for actually working on. And I also played games on it as well. I've still got some of my old discs. I did have an A500 Plus as well, but I lent that to someone else, and I haven't spoken to them for quite a while. I don't know where they are, and I've got no way of getting it back, so I'm stuck with just an A500. Anyway, this has been in storage for the good part of 10 years, nearly. Whew. So what I want to do today is I'm just going to open the case up and have a look inside, because I don't know what state any of the electronics are in. I don't want to plug a power supply into it and then find out that there's something in there that's shorted and it's gone poof. So that's not what we want to do. And then after that, we're going to plug it in to the telly and have a little go of a game and see how it loads. I remember the Commodore Amiga's got a lovely loading sound on the disk drive as well. So let's just, oops, nearly knocked my PlayStation 4 arse over tit then. Right, so yeah, there's some other consoles in the back that I'm going to be going through and either fixing or sorting out. So I've got a cover here. Now this particular PlayStation, this particular Amiga 500 does have expanded memory. So we're seeing there is a memory expansion in there. I'm not quite sure what the switch does. Probably turns it on or off. So this is, let's just see if we can pull this out. This just pulls off of the pins, I'm guessing. There we go. So there we go. We can see, wow, there is some RAM there, isn't there? So what are these? These are KM41256AP, 15 nanosecond or 15 microsecond access, I think. So yeah, there's quite a few of those there. Oh, these are 125s. Okay, so there's two different, oh no, there are 256s. It's just I was reading it wrong. Okay, so yeah, it looks okay. It doesn't look to be corroded or anything, so good. It's been stored in a nice dry place anyway. And the pins on there look nice and shiny. Just having a little peek under here. There's a little bit of dust, but those contacts in there look nice. This could actually be a working Amiga, which would be a nice change from the normal. Right, let's open them up. Now these use Torx screws on the case, so this is a T10, I do believe. Look at the thread on that. I don't know if you can see it on there, but there's like a really chunky spiral on part of that. Nice. Right, and we're going to open up this one as well. So that's two. Get that out. Should be another case screw up here. Yep. Another three case screws up here. One here. One here. If I can get it. There we go. And there's also going to be one here where the warranty seal is. Little hole in it. But it's not as if the it's not as if the guarantee is still in existence. I mean, this is such an old system. The guarantee expired probably about 15 years ago, I'd say. Right, well, I think that's it for the case. So let's open up and have a look, see what's inside an Amiga. Let's just have a lift off here. You can see here the case is quite yellowed. I mean, if you look at the natural colour on the back compared to the colour it's faded to, you can't really see much of a difference on the camera. But yeah, it is quite yellow. Right, look at this, here we go. So mechanical keys, which is quite nice. Yeah, there's a bit of crap underneath the keyboard, but that's not too bad. We can easily just grab my air duster. So this is just a cheap air duster I got from Poundland. Oops, spraying butane gas everywhere. Just a, yep. And it's freezing in my hand. Right, so here we go. So it's a little bit dirty under the keys, but that's fine. Now, let's just lift the keyboard up and out. The connections there look nice. Let's just take the, there we go, take the connector off and move that keyboard up there. Now under here, what we've got left is shielding. So we can easily remove this shielding. There's a little bit of dirt and a little bit of rust on there, but we need to make sure that it's all fine under there before I plug any power into it. So think of this like a teardown, almost like a teardown series. We're going to take apart some old consoles and have a look at them, and then we're going to see if they work. Right, hopefully I've got all the right screws here to take the heat shield off, or the RF shield, or whatever it is. It's electromagnetic shielding, isn't it? So I think we're good. Let's try and lift that off. Oh, there is a tab there. I missed the tab. Okay, oh, look at that. There we go. So here we go. It looks in really good condition. Doesn't look like any of the caps have blown, so we're good there. Now I love the way that they've labelled this board up as well. I don't know if you can see that all on here. So 512K 1 meg RAM, so I can actually add extra RAM in here as well. They've got slots, so I could put in some more. What are these? So these are HYB 514256As. So yeah, I could. So this is a RAM expansion here for an extra, I don't know, meg or 2 meg. So I can put that into here. I could also add extra directly onto the board in these things, I'm guessing. So we've got data path here. So this is the bus, I'm guessing, bus registers or transfers. And we've got processors here. So we've got, here is a 5719. Over here is a 8364R7. We've got here an 8520A1. We also have, cool, these are dusty though. We have an 8362R8. This one here, massive, this is called Denise, by the way. This one's the Fat Angus, I'm guessing this is the processor. We've got a Sharp, what's this one? A Sharp 315093. And an Motorola 68000. So there's the main CPU for that. Marvelous. Okay, floppy drive connector looks okay. Oh, what's that under there? Okay, just dust. So we've got even CIA A. We've got the odd CIA A. There's a nice bodge job there with the resistor. Okay, this chip apparently is called Paula. Nice. So we've got Paula, Denise and Fat Angus. Video output section here. Data path. Audio filter. I love the way they've labelled up the board. It's really useful if anything goes wrong. So yes, it all looks absolutely fine. Let's put it back together and give it a test then, shall we? So see if it's still working after all of these years. Parts of me aren't working after 10 years, so just wondering whether this will still work after 10 years. Okay, there we go, fully reassembled. Now, with the Commodore Amiga, there is a small problem. You can't actually just plug it straight into a television or to a monitor because the AV output port is this one. This is RGB video. You can have audio out or mono, which is a bit of a problem because then you can't output that to like a RCA or a coax for a normal television. So you need an adapter. Also, the power supply is not a regular DIN plug, it's square DIN plug. Well, thank you, Commodore. You really were fantastic back in the day for making proprietary things. So anyway, here we go. This is the Commodore Amiga 520. This is a modulator. You plug into the back and it outputs to the television. That whole thing, all it does, you can put audio in, video out, and RF out, so I can plug it into a CRT television. So this plugs into the back, and it plugs into the back like so. I don't know, you can't really see it there, but it, whoa, banging everything everywhere. But there you go, you can just about see it hanging out the back there. I've got to pull this forward as well. And the power supply for the Commodore Amiga looks like this. It's a huge thing. It's a brick, basically. I'm surprised this isn't weighed down with concrete or something, but it feels very heavy. So you can see here, input is 240 volts, the output is 5 volts at 4.3 amps, 12 volts at 1 amp, and negative 12 volts at 0.1 amp. So it outputs 3 different power supplies. Marvellous. Positive 12, negative 12, and positive 5. So we're going to plug this in, and then we're going to plug it into the back, plug it into my CRT, and just see if it powers up. And hopefully we will have a nice working Commodore Amiga, and we'll be able to play a little game on there. So let's just plug this into the back where the power supply is supposed to go, if I can find it. Normally right next to there. I've got a handy thing on there that says top. So in we go, that's gone in nicely. Let's grab my RF cable for my CRT, turn the television on. Right, so there's a power switch on the actual thingy. I just took a photo. There's a power switch on the Amiga power supply. It was my workroom. So we're going to switch it on and see what happens. Hopefully no smoke comes out of it. Let's just move this tripod out of the way because I'm not going to need that for a little while. Okay, so let's switch it on and see what happens. Hopefully no smoke comes out. Oh, lovely. There we go. It's asking for Amiga Workbench, version 1.3, so that's the 1.3 Kickstart. Now, I've only got the version 2 Kickstart because I had an A500 Plus and that's all gone. But one thing I do like is listen. Okay, have a listen to this. That's the Amiga ticking over. Okay, so I've got a few games here. I don't know if these are compatible with the A500. These are the ones I used to have for my A500 Plus. But we've got things, I mean, you can tell this is back when, oh God. So a copy of Workbench 2.04. I don't think that will load on this Amiga because it's Kickstart 1.3, but we can try. Sounds dodgy. No. Oh, well, never mind. So, Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker, skid marks. Nice, I don't think that... Can you focus on it, please? All Amigas. Demo requires 1 meg. I've got 1 meg. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. That's a text adventure, which is good. Alfred Chicken, Shadow of the Beast 2. Very few original games here. Cannon Fodder. The Blues Brothers, that was... Oh, the Bitmap Brothers used to be really big on Commodore Amiga games. Pinball Dreams. The Chaos Engine. Sensible Soccer. Okay, I'm going to stick the Blues Brothers in. And I want you to listen to the loading sound. This is classic. Let's try Blues Brothers. Turn it off. In we go. Okay, that's looking good. It looks like we have the Blues Brothers actually working. Okay. So I'm playing, but there is no sound for some reason. But you notice how nice and smooth this actually... Oops, I wasn't paying attention there. How nice and smooth this actually runs. This is very... this is a very... Whoa. And I'm dead. Okay, so yeah, we have a fully working Commodore Amiga A500. Not as fun as it used to be with the A500 Plus. I really wish I could get that back, because that would be lots of fun to play with. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I'm just moving the tripod around. So yes, we haven't got to repair this one then. That fully works, which is great news. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. We're going to be looking at some other old classic consoles and systems in the future, and if they don't work, we're going to try and fix them. So yeah, if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to really help us out. Once we hit 10,000 views, we're going to start getting some ad revenue, so you'd just be able to watch us to really help us out. So yeah, thank you. Until the next time, to the next video, catch you later. Bye bye. I wish I had my A500 Plus. Phil, where are you? I want my 500 Plus back.